2021 PGA Professional Championship here at Blairgowrie Golf Club on the Lansdowne Golf Course. I'm Hannah Holden and I'm here on the 18th green as we watch the final groups finish off the tournament. Currently Paul O'Hara is 2 ahead and he is leading both the PGA Championship and the PGA Playoffs. Let's go and watch the final groups and see if he can retain that lead. So we currently have group number 16 playing down the 18th. That features Matthew Jacks, Chris Kerr and Alistair Forsyth. Now, Alistair was actually medalist at the European Tour Qualifying School in 1999, and in the 2000 season, he just got pipped to the Sir Henry Cotton Rookie of the Year award by none other than England's Ian Poulter.
Well, I've been playing the 18th, so let's say I played the Sunday week.
That's Matthew Jacks, who's just played into the green, and he's played a lovely shot there, just bouncing out of the hole. It's released a lot though, and going to leave him a tricky shot down the green, because it's just looked like it's ended up between the fringe and the collar of the rough. Next up we've got Chris Curry. He's currently even par for his round and sitting at 5 under for the tournament. Started out slightly right and trying to draw back to the pin. Looks like it's got a good distance though. Oh, he's going to use that slope beautifully. It's going to be Alistair last to play. He's currently 4 under par for his round. It's heading left. It's just going to miss the green. It's run up onto the top of the slope, so it's going to be chipping down onto the surface of the green. The leaders have just made their way through the 14th, which is the tricky par 3, ranking up at over 200 yards. They now face the last stretch of holes, which finishes with this closing par 4 18th, which is playing one of the hardest holes on the course this week. Definitely not the hole you want to play if you're tied for the lead or even just one ahead. Paul's definitely going to be looking to build up a cushion to his lead so far. Currently sits at 2 strokes. Alistair weighing this one up quite carefully. It is going to be fast down the green. The only advantage he's got is that that part of the green is sloping slightly towards him, so it should take some of the bite out of it. A little bit unlucky on there. He just needed to carry it a tiny little bit further onto the green. The fringe just really taking the sting out of that. This one definitely not easy for Matthew either. It's coming off a downslope out of the rough and it is just above the collar. Seen so many players get a little bit cute with the chips from that side. That is generally a good leave though, it's going to have a fairly straight put up the hill. Now, Chris Curry is based at Erskine Golf Club, but he's recently started with Wilson Staff as one of their club fitters. Let's see if he can roll this one in for birdie. Just shy, he'll be kicking himself about that. Disappointing bogey there. That's going to see him drop back to 9 under, but still will keep him just inside the top 10. Yeah, really solid up and down there from where I was, especially with the lie and the slope they had to work with. Next up we have Graham Fox, Jamie Britton and Jordan Godwin. All three players are all part of the PGA playoff as well as the main PGA Professional Championship. Now Jamie Britton is playing first here. He is further back in the fairway and he has had to chip out of the trees here, so he is playing his third shot currently. Looking to get up and down to save par here. Looks like it started slightly left of the target. And that has run a long way through the green. In fact, it's in a flower bed over the back of the green, which could be an interesting next shot. Had confirmation from the members that is inbounds. That was Graham Fox, who's just played into the middle of the green. That was a really solid shot from where he was. Jordan Goodwin is going to play next. He was part of the PGA Cup team for GB&I in 2019. Now, this week is part of the qualifying process for that next event, so I'm sure he'll be wanting to finish here with a birdie, try and get up in the top 10 and see how many points he can get towards playing for the GB&I team again next time. For those of you who don't know, not aware of the PGA Cup, it is the PGA's version of the Ryder Cup. Setting off right on target, looks really good. Yeah, great shot there. Perfect amount of spin to just keep that near the pin. He's going to have a really good look from there because it's straight up the hill from where he is. It's going to be interesting to see what Jamie does with this next shot. He is in the middle of a bush, so I think he's probably going to have to take a penalty drop. I'm not sure how it works with this flower bed. It is surrounded by sleepers. I don't know if that will affect if he gets free relief or not, because he would be stood on the sleepers from where he is to play it. I might just head over and take a closer look. Someone has identified Jamie's ball now. I'm not sure if he will get relief from the sleeps or not, because it is a little bit further in than I initially thought. Oh, he's actually found another ball in there as well. Brucey bonus. Looks like he's going to opt to take a penalty drop, which I think is the sensible choice here. I would definitely be calling a referee in this position, because those sleepers he could possibly get free relief from. I think he would have to stand on them to hit the shot. Definitely worth asking the question. His other option obviously is to go back in line, so he could go back to the tee on the other side, which would give him a really good lie, and probably a slightly easier shot, because a longer shot is going to be able to get a little bit more spin and try and stop it on that bit of green in front of the pin. I think he has now realised he can go back in line. This could be quite a damaging hole for Jamie Hayes. He is sitting at even par for the day and 8 under for the tournament, but we know he's 3 to hit already and he's taking a penalty drop of 4, so he is going to be playing 5 onto the green, so an up and down for double bogey is the best he can do for here. It was a really well played shot, but it's just going to stray at the top of that tee. He was really unlucky that that didn't break down towards the hole. Oh, such a good putt from Graham Fox for birdie there. I'm pretty sure he walked off in disgust because he thought he'd missed that when he hit it. Definitely a great way to end off his tournament. Yeah, that's missed on the low side, and it looks like it's going to be an unfortunate triple bogey on the last there for Jamie. Jordan Goodwin has got a really good look for birdie here. It's pretty much straight up the hill. He's sitting at level par for the day, so this would get him under par first round. We are yet to see two birdies in one group on the closing hole. Can this be the first group to do it? He can blame me on the commentator's curse. Have to settle for a par there. It's a shame because it was such a good opportunity. Probably the closest shot we've seen to the pin all day. I'm now joined by Alistair Forsyth, who's just finished the tournament on 9 under par and in a tie for 9th position. Just how much have you enjoyed the challenge here at Blairgowrie this week?
This has been great. The course has been fantastic. The condition of it's been brilliant. Of course, you can, if you can get yourself in the fairway, you can make a lot of birdies, but you can get yourself in a lot of trouble. So it's been a challenge, but it's been very enjoyable. A nice bit of Scottish weather for us as well, which was quite surprising. But no, the course has been fantastic, so really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've been a bit jealous watching on the sidelines. The greens especially look in immaculate condition. Now, you played in the PGA Cup team for GB&I in 2019. Just how much did you enjoy that experience?
I did. It was a great experience. It was the first time for a few years I'd really kind of felt that kind of almost that kind of adrenaline rush. To be honest, it was a great kind of team environment, nice to be involved in that time. Very, very competitive. You know, there was quite a bit of needle with the American team, and not in a nasty way or anything, but there was a real desire to win, and we had some real highs and lows. You know, we were low after the first day, really high after the second day, and then obviously just absolutely devastated after losing on the last day. But a great experience, and something that was very enjoyable. But I was really kind of taken aback just how competitive it was. It was really quite pretty strong stuff.
And we've just started the 2-year qualification period for the next PGA Cup, with this week counting towards the points. Just how much would you like to get in the team next time? I
would. I mean, that was the first one I had played in. So it was, you know, having played in one in America, it'd be nice to get back and play in one at home for us. And I know we did very well at Fox Hills the last time. So it would, and obviously very disappointed being on the losing the losing team. So it would be great to get on the team again and try and put that right from last time.
So for the Ryder Cuppers this year taking on the challenge in America, what advice would you give them, given your experience last time?
Well, see, I think that obviously the crowds are a bit different at the Ryder Cup than what we had, but the biggest challenge for us was the heat. It was absolutely roasting in Texas. I think it was a bit kind of freakish weather we had. So hopefully for the Europeans, you don't get quite the same thing. But yeah, it's no doubt it's tougher going over there. You are more comfortable over, in your kind of home with your home comforts. But the Ryder Cup team's full of guys that play in the States, so I'm sure they'll do all right.
Yeah, well, thankfully we didn't have to worry about the sweltering heats here in Scotland at Blairgowrie, but we have had untypically very sunny weather. Thanks so much for joining us, and we're going to head back to the 18th green now and watch as the final groups come through.
Pleasure.
So next up we have the 11 AM tea time group, and first up to play is going to be James Freeman. He is in the grey top and he looks like he's playing from the right. Fairly thick rough. Could be interesting to see what he manages to do with this one. Started right, trying to draw back, looks like it's going to end up just short. It's had a nice bounce and just released onto the front of the green. Now, we did see Nick Cunningham make an exceptional putt from a very similar position earlier, so let's see if we can follow him from a birdie from the same place. Looks like we've got Adam Key coming next. We did speak to him on the first tee earlier, and you can go back to our live coverage of that if you want to watch back. Adam is currently 2 under par for the day and sitting at 10 under for the tournament and in a tie for 7th. This is on a similar line, maybe a little bit further up the green. Definitely going to get a good read on his putt from his playing partner there. Next up in this group is former European Tour player Philip Archer. One of his arguably best finishes on tour was his 48th place in the US Open in 2006. Oh, that's set off quite a bit to the right. I'm not sure I'll be very happy with that. Luckily it has flown the bunker, but it's going to leave a very tricky putt as he is literally on the ridge. So I think that is going to break quite a lot. Now, the courses here at Blairgowrie are regarded as some of Scotland's best inland golf courses. In this group we've got Adam Keir, and he has just moved to become one of the professionals at Woodall Spa Golf Club in England, which is definitely one of the best inland courses we have in England. It's also one of the hardest courses in England under the new slope system. Now, Philip Archer is doing the best today so far in this group. He is 3 under par for his round and sitting at 11 under and in a tie for 5th. In fact, the leaderboard has just updated and Adam is also sitting in the same position currently. They're in a 3-way tie for 5th, with Mansell, who's 1 under for his day. It's quite hard to tell over the slope, but I think it will be James Freeman to play first here. All players on a very similar line, so I'm sure the other 2 players are going to be looking at this with interest to see where the break is. Actually, looks like it is Archer who's going to go ahead. I think he is going to have to start this high up the slope and let it bring it back round towards the hole to be able to access this pin from where he is. Yeah, he's looking high up the green with his eye line. Just waiting for some people who are walking down the first 2 in his eye line. Definitely didn't play that quite high enough, but a very good effort. This should be a lot straighter, but it does drop slightly to the left at the end. I've seen so many players miss that putt there today. Really is fooling them. See if Adam can do any better here after getting a good read of that putt. Didn't like it from the moment it set off. To be honest, not bad on line, but never had the pace to get there. Just gonna mark it because I think he'd be stood on his partner's lines. Looks like it's going to be 3 pretty simple pars in the end here. Definitely a little less drama in this group than we saw in the last.
Yeah, but it's because the putting in is so good, that's why.
Just to give you a quick update on the scoring here, Paul O'Hara is at the top of the leaderboard still, but he is now 3 ahead of David Higgins and Greg Hutchin. Now they are through 16, so it's going to take a lot for one of them to switch that round and get back into the lead. Looks like it's going to be Simon Lilly who hits first. Now, he did shoot 7 under par yesterday to shoot his way up the leaderboard, but it looks like a little quieter day on his front today. He's just even par so far for his round. I think he likes it. It's just missed the green left. It's run quite a fair way over, so he's going to have quite a bit of grass to carry before the green. Next up we've got Matthew Court. He's currently 1 under for the day and sitting at 12 under par for the tournament and in solo 4th position. Looks like it's on a really good line. Great shot. Finally here we've got Mark Talbot. He's the only player in this group who is not playing in part of the PGA playoffs as well as the main championship. It's a high ball fine, it's just right in the pin. It's going to come down nicely off that slope. Make sure you're following the PGA across all their social channels to keep up with the scores today and all the future championships. You can also see how your local PGA professionals are getting on in any of their events. In the green here we have Matthew Court. He's played competitively both on the European and the Challenge Tour. He won the English PGA Championship in 2018 at Saunton Golf Club. Simon is currently level par for the day, so he's going to want to get that up and down to make sure he doesn't go over par for this round. He's currently sitting in 8th position. A bogey would mean he drops out to tied 10th. First person I've seen who's actually got it past the pin from there. Definitely released out a little bit more than he'd wanted to, but at least he's seen the line and seen it release out, so he should know where it's going to break. Matthew Carr actually has a really interesting putter here. He uses the same putter as Justin Rose, just the Axis 1 Rose prototype. It's very distinguishable from the really unusual hosel design. Pretty good look for Talbot here. He is 1 over today, so this would take him back to level par for his round. Oh, it was a great try. So let's see if Lily can finish out his championship with a closing birdie here. Not to be for up and down there, and he does end up with a bogey 5. Now we'll see if Carr can actually finish with a closing birdie. Every player has missed it on that side. Looks like we've definitely got some interesting action going on in the next group. We've got Craig Lee, Toby Hunt and Ashley Mansell, and Lee and Hunt are both in the trees from the looks of it. Mansell's ball is a bit further down at the end of the fairway. Hunt is the best placed in this group, currently at tied 8th on 10 under par for the tournament, so he doesn't want to do anything silly here. It is going to be Hunt that plays first here. We can just see him in between the two PGA sails, down under the tree canopy. He's played it really well. I'm not sure if it's got the legs. Oh, it has. Too much. That is going to be a very tricky putt to negotiate. It's downhill and there's a lot of break. Craig Lee is up next. That is an excellent shot from where he was. Let's see if anyone can make a putt from that side of the green for birdie. It's eluded everyone so far today. It is Mansell who is next to play. He is 2 under par for his day currently and moved himself up into 4th place. Looks like this is just going to finish on the front of the green. Although that looks far away, we've actually seen most putts hold for birdie on this green from that position. Now, from the looks of the leaderboard, the final group have just come off the par 5 17th. The lead is still 2 shots with Paul O'Hara on -18. There are then 2 sitting at -16, that's Greg Hutchin and David Higgins. Now they're going to need something special at the last, with a birdie or an eagle, and hope that Paul bogeys, and we could end up in a playoff situation if we manage a 2-shot swing here. Paul has been very consistent all day though, and managed to hold that lead so far, so I would be surprised if that scoring changes. I don't want to give Paul the commentator's curse, but he is bogey free so far today. In fact, he's just had 8 straight pars on the back 9. Now, there have been no eagles on the 18th this week, so to make up a 2-shot swing, it would have to be a Paul bogey and a birdie from one of the other players in his group. Hit that so soft and it's just taking the slope really nicely. You can see just how much left to right break there was on that, and it really is an excellent effort from where he was. At level par for the day, Toby is going to finish the tournament at -10 and in 8th position. He was our 36-hole leader, and he did of course shoot the course record here with a 9 under par on the opening day. Looks good, but it's not quite got the legs. I have have to say, in terms of misses on the green, people have been reading that putt the best of them all. I'm sure he would have loved to grab a birdie there. A disappointing final round of 2 over there for Greg Lee. Solid 2 putt there for Mansell. That's going to secure a top 5 finish for him. Right, here we go, the final group of the day. Everything to play for here. All 3 are in the fairway. It's going to be O'Hara to play first. He has laid up further back, so does have a longer shot in. A par here would take the tournament unless one of his playing partners can hole out from the fairway. It started on a great line. Just short, but it has released up onto the front fringe. Should be a fairly easy 2 putt from there. Greg Hutchin is playing next. He was our 54-hole leader after a superb 7 under par round yesterday. He is currently sitting 2 back, so presuming Paul makes par, he would need to hold this to force a playoff. Started just right the pin. Is it drawing back? Needs to take a bit of that slope to get closer. That starts slightly to his left. And that is in the bunker. It's the first ball we've seen there, and it looks like it's just under the back left lip. Definitely could be very tricky. I'm not sure if he's even going to be able to get in the bunker and stand to that. Definitely less pressure on Paul now. So Greg Hutchin does have a putt for birdie, but it is fairly mid-length and not necessarily the easiest look. Now, Paul is quite far away. A 2 putt would take the title. It is a little bit tricky, and under the pressure we could see a 3 putt, but let's see what happens here. Paul is currently at the back with the black pullover on. We can see just how tight this is here. Paul has managed to turn it around because he was trailing going into today, and and he is under par for his round and so far bogey free. If he can stay so, he will be the champion. Now, he did win this tournament in 2017, so he does know what it's like to play under this pressure. Now, David Higgins is in the bunker, and he is currently in a tie for second, so he will want to get this up and down so he doesn't lose that position. If he could hole out and Paul were to 3-putt, we would go to a playoff. Two putts for the championship. It's a great putt, really good pace. Has he hold it? Oh, and he has! What a fantastic way to close out the tournament. Not only has he taken the PGA Professional Championship by 3, he has also won the PGA Playoffs to take a clean sweep in this tournament. Congratulations to Paul O'Hara. It's a really well played bunker shot, but they're all just playing for placings now. Greg Hutchin was our 54-hole leader, and he's got this for birdie to take the outright second position. That just never had the pace to get there. This putt is for Higgins to stay in a tie for second with Greg Hutchin. Straight down the hill in a curl and not the putt he wanted on the 72nd green, and that's an unfortunate bogey, and he will drop back into third position. what a stunning finish to a fabulous 4 days of golf here at Blair Gowrie Golf Club. Paul O'Hara took not only the PGA Professional Championship but also the PGA Playoffs, which will see him get a start at the BMW PGA at Wentworth later this year. Now, we will be back soon live with the prize presentation, so make sure you tune back in and catch it up as Paul picks up the trophy. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a bit.